We had an 18-wheeler coming from LA. It had 1,500, 1,200 keys. I was taking care of like 4 or 5 stash houses, and they each had like 3,000 keys. $50, $60 million worth of coke, each house.
Peggy Rosello is the youngest member of the infamous Miami Cocaine Cowboys. Originally from Cuba, Peggy was family friends with Kingpins Sal Magluta and Willie Falcon, who gave him his start in their drug organization when Peggy was just 14 years old. Peggy's role in the operation was to supervise the stash houses and deliver Sal and Willie's drug money to their Colombian suppliers, who at the time were Pablo Escobar and the Medellin Cartel. At just 19 years old, it was normal for Peggy to handle $50 or $60 million at a time of Sal, Willie, and Escobar's money. Peggy himself became a young kingpin, making an easy $150,000 a day just selling coke as a side business. There are many myths and legends surrounding the era of the Cocaine Cowboys, but here it is, folks, the truth, told straight from someone who played an integral role in this $2 billion a year empire. These days, Peggy is a free man and a legal entrepreneur, and go check out his merch line on Shopify. And for a bonus episode with Peggy, where we talk dirt so juicy we couldn't air it on YouTube, head over to the Patreon, patreon.com/TheConnectShow. We have never, and I mean never, heard from a boss quite like Peggy. Get ready, you guys. The last living voice of the Cocaine Cowboys, Peggy Rosello, right here on The Connect with Johnny Mitchell.
Were you born in Cuba?
I was born in Cuba.
What year?
65.
Okay.
1965.
Okay, so a few years after Castro.
Yes.
What was your family like over there? You guys middle class?
Middle
poor?
class. My mom's family, they had farms and animals and planes and everything, so.
Okay, so then were they gonna get all of that seized?
Yes. Oh, they got everything. Castro got everything. Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
That's why we came to the United States.
And did you come to Little Havana in Miami?
Straight to Little Havana.
It's the most typical Cuban immigrant story.
Yes.
Wow. And when you guys got here, childhood, was that poverty and struggling?
Yeah, we were struggling. Yes, we were struggling. I mean, we didn't have anybody here. It's not like now that you have people coming from Cuba for 50 years and everybody has a family here. Yeah. We were one of the first ones.
Right.
We didn't have anybody.
Yeah. Now you knew Sal and Willie from 12 years old.
Yes.
How? Just from the neighborhood?
No, my mom used to work at a factory and her best friend was family with Willie and Tabby's mom. So that's how we get to know them.
It was a tight community back then.
Yes.
Wow, and how old are they compared to you?
They're Tabby's like 5 years older than me. Willie and Sal, 10 years older than me.
Okay, who's Tabby?
My sister's husband.
Okay.
Willie Falcon's brother.
I see.
That's Tabby.
I see. So you were an in-law of them almost?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. So you're 12 years old when you meet them, so it's the late 70s, like 77.
Yeah, like 70, 75, 76, 77.
Okay, so the cocaine is starting to flow little by little at that point.
At that point, yes.
What's up, everyone? I've heard people complaining lately that they haven't been seeing new episodes of The Connect popping up on their YouTube timelines. Do me a quick favor, subscribe to the channel and then go hit that alert bell so you get notified whenever we drop new content. It really helps us out and it keeps you up to date on everything that we're doing. All right, back to Peggy Rosello. Hey guys, this summer I will be on the road doing stand-up comedy plus a live episode of The Connect. On August 20th, I will be in San Diego, California. On August 21st, I will be in Chandler, Arizona, right outside of Phoenix. And then on August 24th, I will be in Plano, Texas. That's the Dallas area. Again, doing stand-up comedy plus some special guests doing a live episode of The Connect. Go to linktree.com/Johnny Mitchell or go to micdropcomedyclub.com and search my name. All 3 of those venues will be Mic Drop Comedy Club venues. Come out and see me. San Diego, Phoenix, Arizona, Dallas, Texas. We'll see you there.
Were they already in the game when you met them?
Kind of, but not as big as they got. But yeah, they were moving, they from what I used to pick up, because I used to hang out at the house the whole time. They would buy, let's say, 5, 10 keys and start selling them in ounces, half keys, ounces, and stuff like that.
But in 77, 10 kilos is like,
Oh yeah.
it's like $1 million worth of coke.
In 77, a key was going for like $50,000.
And that's a good price. That's a wholesale.
Yes.
I just got it from Colombia price.
And that was a good price at 50 grand.
Okay, so they're making money even as men in their 20s.
Yeah.
So for people, just a little recap of the history of the Cocaine Cowboys. Jorge Valdez, George, who we've had on the show, he was one of the first Cubans to link with like the original Colombian godfathers, who most people don't even know.
Right.
They're unnamed in history.
There were people in Colombia bigger than Pablo Escobar.
Yeah.
That a lot of people don't know about because they would fly under the radar.
Yeah.
Pablo was like kind of crazy, so. But a lot of people, there were a lot of big Colombians.
But there were families. This kind of predates what we know as the Medellin cartel.
Right.
In the 80s.
In the 80s, right.
And so they're bringing over the first wave of coke when it's still hyper expensive. It's still, they consider it niche as a drug.
Right.
So Jorge was serving Willie and Sal.
Right.
He was their connect, getting it from the Colombians.
Right.
He was giving it to them.
Right.
Who were Willie and Sal like in 1978? Who are their customers that they're giving ounces to? Is it other Cubans?
Cubans, a lot of people that would come from New York, LA, to get flake here because it was cheaper.
Right.
You know, if here you get keys for 50, over there you were getting it for 70, 65.
Right. Right. Yeah, Jorge found the California route. That was big.
Right.
Moving keys from here out to Cali.
Yes.
The culture of selling drugs, selling coke in Miami, was it born out of Little Havana and the Cubans, or was it like the Colombian neighborhoods that were really the ones like pushing the culture?
Okay, this is the thing. The Colombians had the coke. They didn't speak English. They would come here. They couldn't talk to anyone. Right. I mean, unless they talked to the Cubans. But the people that were coming in to buy flake with cash money were the gringos. Colombians couldn't communicate with them. So we were the middlemen.
So you guys have been here long enough to where you learned English?
Yes. Yes.
So it was just a language barrier thing.
A language barrier.
Yeah. Okay. And Colombians are assholes. They don't want to learn English. You know, you guys assimilated faster.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that correct?
Yes, yes, yes.
And we've talked to several Cubans on the show. You guys really had the accounts, meaning like you had the customers.
Yes, we had the customers.
So it was unlikely in the original Cocaine Cowboys, the documentary on YouTube that Billy Corben did back in like the early 2000s.
Yes.
The white guys, John something and Mickey Monday.
Yeah, Mickey Monday and stuff, yeah.
That was a pretty rare exception, white guys working directly with Colombians, right?
Right.
Because what they claim in that documentary is that the Cubans didn't have the weight. They were like, we outgrew the Cubans. They couldn't get me 100 bricks, 1,000 bricks. Is that true?
Yeah, but these guys were already moving early 74. Way before Willie and Sal started.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
These guys are already doing stuff early 74.
Okay, so they were, okay.
Okay?
So generally, you don't think the cocaine that Willie and Sal were getting was from those guys, the white boys?
No, not at all. No, not at all.
So it was coming from Colombia?
Yes.
Which Colombians? We know Jorge, but later on, when Jorge went off to prison, he gave his connect
to Willie and Sal.
Yeah.
And then what I think happened, they outgrew that connection and they started getting stuff from Pablo Escobar.
So they went straight to Medellin?
Yeah, straight.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So you're 12 when you meet him. What's childhood like before the drugs for you? What kind of kid are you? Are you a little bad? Or...
No, no, I was, you know, I was never the kind of to get in trouble or be doing stupid things, you know? I liked sports, so.
Yeah.
Once I meet Tabby and stuff, it was all basketball and I used to hang out at their house all the time. So like I would go on the weekends and when Willie's and Sal's friend would show up, I would clean their cars.
Yeah.
So between a Saturday and a Sunday, I make like $300 or $400. So I'm 12, 13 years old. I'm making more money than my parents.
Yeah, incredible. Just for washing drug dealers' cars.
Yes.
And did you understand at that age where that kind of money came from?
Yes.
Even at 12 years old?
Even at 12 years old, I knew where the money was coming from because a lot of the guys that would come by, they would see me. Everybody loved me, you know, hey, Peggy, whatever. And they would come in with like shoe boxes, like the Nike shoe boxes, and open it up full of money. Hey, Peggy, look what we got. And I'm like,
wow.
So,
That's
I knew what they were doing. So at a young age, that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
You know, I grew up in that world. You know, I didn't know nothing else.
When did you see cocaine for the first time?
I saw cocaine for the first time when I was like 14.
And you kind of got a sense of what it was?
Yeah, I already knew what it was and what kind of high you got from it and everything.
Yeah. Where it came from?
Yes.
You knew who Colombians were?
Yes. I knew the whole ordeal.
Wow. Yeah, you had no chance.
Yeah, I had no chance.
Truly.
Yeah.
Especially when a kid that age, whose mom works in a factory,
right,
who witnessed their whole life crumble in Cuba under communism, and you see that kind of money, that's really what hooks a young kid.
Yeah, the money. It's the money. Not the drugs. I never messed with coke. I would do coke once in a while if I go out to a party or whatever, but it wasn't my everyday thing at all.
Yeah.
You know, I just fell in love with the money. The money was so much that, you know.
Yeah. What kind of, Willie and Sal, what kind of men were they? These are two different personalities, and I've heard some things about both of them. Some good, some bad.
Right.
You know, some people say they were just kind of dumbasses that got lucky.
Right.
And, you know, but Sal was nicer, Willie was kind of a live wire. Who were they?
Okay, to me, since I knew them both, they were both awesome human beings.
Okay.
Not one was nicer than the other. To me, Willie wasn't, you know, to me, they were both the same. 100% the same. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what year and what age did you graduate from car washer to maybe putting in work?
I started putting it in work like in 80, 81.
So you're about 16 years old?
About 16 years old. My childhood friend, Mandy, comes up to me and goes, hey, Peggy, I know that Sheena's boyfriend, Tabby, his brother, they're bringing in flake. I know I could move. I'm like, all right, let me see. He goes, talk to Jay, because Jay was working for the company. Mm-hmm. And Mandy knew Jay from Riverside, from high school. So from junior high and high school. So I talked to Jay and I go, Jay, one of my best friends, he came up to me and he can move some coke. He needs 10 keys. Like, when can we get it for him? He goes, tell him to come tomorrow with the money. So I call Mandy, I go, hey, come by tomorrow, bring the money. That was my first deal. I moved 10 keys and I was making $5,000 on each key. Right there, I made 50 grand. I'm 15, 16 years old. I'm like, what the f-? You know? Wow. This is what I want to do. This is what I'm, you know.
Just for passing off
a
duffel bag.
Yeah.
And that was your first account?
That was my first account.
And the brother, Sal and Willie saw that.
Yeah.
And said, okay, he's ready?
Yes. And then what I would do, since I grew up with these guys, Jay would pick me up like 2 or 3 times a week, go by the house. We used to live in 4761 Northwest 4th Terrace, right by Kinlock. I will never forget.
Go visit that address, guys. You'll get a piece of Miami Cocaine Cowboys history.
And there might be some money in
the walls, in the caleta.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, Jay used to pick me up to go help him count money. See?
Yeah.
I was already making money. My boy Mandy was moving flake for me. And Jay would come and I would help him go count money, like 2 or 3 times a week. He had a house up in Sunset and 72nd Avenue. We used to get there, count $2-3 million, like 2 or 3 times a week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so explain the company. You refer to the company. Obviously, Sal and Willie are the bosses.
Right.
And how many other workers in Miami like you were there at the time?
Okay, at that time, the company had like 3 or 4 guys that take care of the merchandise, distribute the merchandise, plus pick up money. And you had 2 or 3 other guys that would just take care of money, pick up money, count money, and stuff like that.
And so you're one of those 4 guys.
I'm one of those guys.
You're like a lieutenant.
I become one of those guys summer of '87.
Okay.
See, I already knew the business. Jay taught me how to keep the books, how to do the numbers. Jay taught me how to do everything. So in summer of '87, Jay gets picked up. He's on probation. When he goes to the office, they get him right there. He had an indictment from North Carolina. So I take over what Jay was doing.
Okay.
I start picking up money, distributing merchandise, picking up loads.
So but you were already, before then, you were already distributing merchandise.
Yeah.
But it sounds like you were just freelancing. Like they didn't let you into the inner circle until some years later.
Right.
Okay. So
before that, remember, before '87, I worked in LA. '85, '86, I worked for the company in LA.
Right.
Okay?
I see.
But I'm 19 years old, 20 years old. All I'm doing is I'm counting money. I used to live with Victor, and all the money he brought, I'd count. Just count money. Making $5,000 a week, just counting money. And I had a client there from Miami. A friend of mine from Miami lived in LA and knew a couple of people, and he used to move 15, 20 keys every month for me. So I was doing good.
Right. Wow. So you were just kind of on a salary.
Right.
They already had the loads being moved. They already had their people moving it.
Yes.
Wow. This is large.
Yeah.
You know, this is substantial, this organization.
I'm ready to, because I used to get homesick in LA. So I go to Victor. Victor, I'm going back to Miami, bro. I'm going crazy here. And he's like, no, you gotta stay here, help me. So he called Willie. Willie gets on the phone and Willie goes, hey, don't leave. I'm gonna be paying you more money. You're gonna start picking up the loads with Victor. I go, all right.
I'll stay. Yeah. Okay, so was LA the biggest market outside of Miami for you guys?
Yeah, at that time, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many people do you think, how many out-of-towners, different drug traffickers, were they sending merchandise to every week? Like, how many markets did these guys have?
When I was here in '87, picking up loads and everything, we had an 18-wheeler coming from LA with 5,000 keys.
Coming from LA?
Coming from LA.
Okay.
They used to leave in LA, let's say 1,200. New York, another 1,200. Chicago, and then the last stop was Miami.
Okay.
So when I used to pick up the rig here, it had 1,500, 1,200 keys. And I was taking care of like 4 or 5 stash houses.
Okay.
And they each had like 3,000 keys. $50, $60 million worth of coke, each house. So.
In Miami?
In Miami.
Just in Miami?
Just in Miami. So imagine, let's say LA, New York, another $50, $60 million in merchandise.
So you have your fingers on hundreds of millions of dollars at all times.
At all times.
Wow. Coming from LA, so by '87, is the work coming through Mexico?
Coming through Mexico.
Okay.
Since '85, the work we were getting was already coming from Mexico.
Okay. So let's put a pin in that. Let's step back a little bit to the early '80s and the Caribbean route, which was still the biggest way.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Where most of the coke coming into America.
From. Yeah. Everything was coming from Miami back in the early '80s.
Okay.
Colombia, they used to bring it on plane from Colombia to Bimini. There, they would drop off the coke.
Bimini is Bahamas.
Bimini, Bahamas. And from there, they would bring it in speedboats to Miami.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's where, and you could get thousands of kilos in a week doing that?
Oh, yeah. Yes. On a weekly basis. That was almost on a weekly basis.
And history tells us that that route was supposedly closed down because why? Because the feds just came down so hard because of the cocaine wars, or what really happened?
That route was like virgin. It was good. No, the feds weren't really. They really didn't know about it. Who f***ed up that route? That Colombian guy. What's his name?
Rafa?
No, the other guy.
The other guy? Griselda?
No. I forgot his name now. He bought the island. The guy that bought the island.
Oh, Carlos Later.
Carlos Later bought that island, was throwing party, and that island, a couple of Americans had houses there. And they're like, bro, this guy is crazy. Planes landing almost every day, right. Wild parties, shootings. So he the route for everybody.
So Americans, just civilians, basically alerted the feds, alerted the authorities about this guy. And that's how they initially got on this conspiracy.
The route from Colombia to the Bahamas, Bimini, and to Miami.
Wow. And so that was just, they just stepped up air patrol, sea patrol.
Everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember getting, in the early days, Willie and Sal, them complaining about like loads getting intercepted?
Really?
Did that ever happen? Was there ever a drought on coke?
No, never.
So then why do you think they just changed up to Mexico?
Because the planes flying from Colombia to the islands, they were getting intercepted. A lot of the planes. But the speedboats, no.
Okay, so then they said, we're gonna fly to Mexico instead.
Yes, we're gonna get it from Mexico, straight Mexico. And when I was in LA back in '86, that I used to go with Victor to pick up the loads, the guy that used to give us the merchandise was Mexican. Frijolito, we used to call him Frijolito. Like baked beans or whatever, Frijolito. And
Little bean, technically.
And that's way before a lot of people knew that the Mexicans were involved in the coke business.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you know where, was that coming from Tijuana or from Sonora?
I have no idea.
Wow.
I have no idea.
Wow, okay. And Willie and Sal, I mean, this is a logistically very intricate operation. What was their price on like a kilo from Pablo?
They could have been, because I remember at one time I was getting the keys at 11,000.
So you witnessed.
For me.
Yes, that's your price.
Yeah, that was my
So they already put a couple of points on that.
Yes. So they were probably getting it at 4,000.
Wow. So you saw the price go from $50,000 to 11,000 in like 10 years.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
And then back up again to 20, 25.
Why did it bounce back up like that?
Because, this is the thing. When we used to get the merchandise so cheap, like let's say Willie and Sal would get the merchandise at the keys at 4,000 or 5,000. They would bring, let's say, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 keys. You sit on it. You sit on the keys for like 2, 3, 4 weeks, a month. There's no keys, no merchandise out in the streets. Because Willie and Sal were one of the only ones that time were bringing keys here. So we would sit on the keys, right? I would get them at 11, sit on them for like a month. Yeah. Everybody was going crazy. Jack up the prices to 18. Wow. And people would pay it.
Yeah. That's, were there any other comparable groups to like Willie and Sal, like any other firms in Miami like that?
But not as big as Willie and Sal.
What was their secret? Why were they able to grow the way they did?
First, what I think is they weren't the violent type. See, they would stay away from violence.
Right.
If you owe them 250 grand, they'll just cut you off.
Yeah.
And that's it. This guy.
Yeah.
Why are they going to go after you, shoot at you, try to kill you, and bring heat to the organization? See what I'm saying?
Do you think the Cubans were less violent than the Colombians?
Yes.
Why do you think that was? Your charming nature?
I mean, I think more than anything, the Cubans were in the business just for the money. There was so much money, you know.
So were the Colombians.
That's what happened. Yeah, it would happen to me. I lost at one time $150,000 in 10 keys. I didn't go after anybody, or you know what I'm saying. I said, bro, 150 grand. I make it on a daily basis. Why am I gonna heat up the?
Yeah.
You know, get heat.
I'll just wait till tomorrow and get my money back.
Right.
You're making 150 grand a day?
Almost. Yeah.
And that's just wholesaling keys to your clients?
To my clients.
Wow.
Yeah.
Coming from where?
Coming from LA. 87, 88, 89, 90, 91.
150 grand, and that's just in your pocket.
That's just me.
And okay, so you're so young when this happens. You're in your early 20s. Are you off the money? Do Willie and Sal show you how to stash it and manage it?
Nobody ever showed me what to do with my money.
Damn it. They showed you the money.
They showed
you the money.
They showed me the money. They showed me
how to get the money.
Books, but they're not telling me what to do with my money.
Now
I was too young.
They were buying warehouses, you know, speedboats. Famously, if you watch the documentary, I think it was Willie that was into the speedboat racing.
And Sal too.
And Sal,
and Tabby, all three of them.
Right. You know, buying a lot of property.
Yeah.
But that's just to help them move more coke. It didn't really seem like...
And to clean money too, you know, make the money a little more legit.
Yeah.
Back then it was easy to do.
Were they buying, okay, so they'll tell you that the Miami Skyline was built with
drug money.
Drug money. Were you aware of them buying any property downtown?
Not really.
Huh,
Not really.
Okay. I wonder if that's just a rumor.
Yes, yeah.
I suppose when drug money gets washed through businesses and ends up in banks, even if drug dealers don't own the property, that is,
right.
It infuses...
It's going into construction and buildings.
It infuses the economy.
Right.
Do you remember Miami thriving during the cocaine era?
Yes. Everything was growing, everything, buildings, everything.
You remember like the car dealerships, the restaurants where people roll up in Mercedes and...
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now
everybody was happy back then. Everybody.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But that's what I don't understand. Everybody but that faction of Colombians like Griselda and Rivi and all those cats, right? Like they seem to be killing everything.
Okay, but
what was that about?
This is from what I know. What he said they used to do was steal coke from her own Colombian people. Okay?
Say that again?
She used to steal the coke from her own Colombians. She would find out when a trip was coming in, where it was going, and go hit it and steal the coke.
And say that it got lost or say that it got jacked?
That's why there was so much killing and so much war between them. Because she was stealing coke from Colombians, from her own people.
So she was the problem.
Okay, if you
the whole time.
Did you see the last series on Hisenda Blanco, the series that they did?
I didn't watch. It was so bad. I watched half an episode. I was like, this is trash.
She's hanging out with 20 Marielitos.
Right.
Okay, that came in the 80s. That those guys will kill you for $500. Those were the people she would hang out with. You know, we didn't want nothing to do with those people.
Okay, I see. So the Marielitos, that's like Scarface. That's the Tony Montana.
Yeah.
So those weren't the landowning Cubans. Those are the Cubans. You know, a lot of them were criminals. A lot of them were in prison.
They came out in the 80s.
That's right.
In the 80s.
So
in 1980, Mariel boat lift.
And so that's when you saw this huge spike in violence in Miami?
Yes, in Miami.
Okay.
Like for 2 years, 80, 81, 82, 2 or 3 years, the violence here was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did your stash or anything with the firm, did you guys ever get hit?
Never got hit. We never got hit.
Wow. Did you deal with Griselda?
Hell no. Hell no. I didn't even know who she was till I saw the documentary in 2000 that Billy Corbin did. I didn't even know who he said that was. I had never heard about her.
You know, Jorge Valdez said the same thing.
Yeah. Who was he said that? Then you see the documentary, you see the series, and you put two together. She used to steal coke from her own Colombians.
So did you know about that guy, Rafa? Who was basically a lieutenant for Pablo Escobar. They say he was the #1 Colombian in America.
No, I didn't know. No,
okay.
No.
Wow. No. Yeah, okay. So that sounds like Griselda's kind of a folklore in Miami cocaine history.
Right.
Because it's a cool story.
It's a cool story.
She's a woman.
You hear that she killed all 3 of her husbands, she killed or something like that,
right,
you know?
Right. Yeah. Also, I think the Cubans, I think you guys were more Americans, so you committed less violence than the Colombians who came here just to kill and sell drugs and then go back home.
Right.
So they have no affiliation.
So okay, remember, the Colombians, they own the coke. You got bad players that keep the coke, don't want to pay. So their job here was to get rid of those people. So that's why the Colombians are, you say, oh, the Colombians are violent. They had to be. They had to take care of business. It was their money, it was their coke.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Okay, so do you think...
I mean, Cubans weren't gonna go because, I mean...
You're not gonna go to Colombia and hit these guys.
Right. Yeah. The Colombians they had their people here. If you don't pay, you're done.
Yeah.
So that's what you said. Colombians are violent. That was that's what they had to do.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you think the coke that, because obviously Willie and Sal are moving Pablo's coke by the ton.
Yes.
Every week, every month, multiple tons. I mean, you're supervising stash houses. Yeah. Like, are we talking like 5 tons a month, 10,000 keys?
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
It's mind-boggling.
Yes.
Now, when a load gets intercepted coming from Pablo, who's and coming on their way to Sal and Willie, who takes that loss?
That coke is already paid for.
So how? They ship the money down to
that coke
Colombia before the work comes?
Before the work comes down.
Okay, so that load's done, Willie and Sal take the hit?
They take the hit. It's their loss.
That seems unfair.
Yeah.
Are Colombians responsible for all of the logistics, or do Sal and Willie also have to?
I'm not gonna say that Willie and Sal would take the whole loss. Probably they'll split it up, or
Right, because they're extremely valuable.
Yes.
Pablo needs them.
I mean, the keys in Colombia were going for $1,000.
Right.
2,000, from $1,000 to $4,000. If they lose a load of let's say 5,000 keys, that's to them.
Yeah, 250 Gs. Who cares?
Yeah, they're bringing in 100 times more than that.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you remember them ever going down to Colombia to meet with the bosses themselves?
I've heard about Sal going down to Colombia and meeting with Pablo.
Yeah.
I've heard stories, within our group.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So did Sal and Willie consider themselves part of the Medellin cartel? Or did they consider themselves their own company, their own firm?
Our own company. We never consider ourselves as being, we're the Medellin cartel, none of that, nah.
So you had options to go buy from the Cali cartel if you wanted?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, do you think that would have brought heat down?
No. Because I remember we had when I was working with Jay, we used to get coke. Well, the company used to get coke from this guy named Plana, which is totally, had nothing to do with Pablo Escobar. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys you're moving so much coke, you could almost play the different Colombians off each other.
And everybody wanted to work with us. Anybody in Colombia wanted to give us coke. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Willie and Sal could go to anybody and get coke from anyone.
Right. Did you ever go down there?
No.
They never brought you down?
No.
Right.
I was too young.
But you're moving to make 150 Gs a day. How many keys is that?
You're talking, I'm making anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000 a key.
Right, and so that's 100 bricks a day, basically.
50 keys, 80 keys.
But those are your people.
Those are
your customers that you got.
Those are my customers.
Right.
I used to go and get whatever I wanted. I used to go to whatever stash house, and my boy would come here. For tomorrow, I need 100 keys. So I had a couple of friends of mine from high school that I would help out. So I'll go and get 100 that I know that would be sold right on the spot, and then I'll get like 50 more for my homeboys from high school. Right. Give this guy 30, give this one 10, give this one 20, so they can make money.
Right, give it to them on a better price or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us about the stash houses in Miami. How did you guys, before technology, real technology, were you moving them constantly? Did you have them guarded? Like, how did logistics work?
Well, here in Miami, we didn't have them guarded. In Miami, you see a house with a family. Let's say the wife, let's say that's a teacher, and the husband that has a little business or whatever, and the kids that go to school. That's where our stash house is. See what I'm saying? Like, you see it, you're like, oh, a family lives there, a working family lives there. And inside the attic, up in the attic, they had 3,000 keys.
Yeah. And you're just gonna take care of their mortgage every month.
The stash houses will get paid $12,000 a month, plus their rent. So let's say 15 grand a month.
Yeah.
Okay, a stash house, 15 grand a month. All they had to do was sit there. You know,
and then let you in when you need to come by.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow. Were these Cubans? Usually Cuban families?
Cubans.
Right.
But in LA was different. The first stash house that I went to LA, and I'll tell you how the story goes. Okay. I'm living with Victor. Victor had rented a house, 4-bedroom pool, like a mansion. So we're young. I'm 19 years old. Victor's like 24 years old. 2 young kids, and living in a big house. And what I don't like about LA, the people there are nosy as. They're looking at, bro. They call the cops right away. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Right. And I guess they seen 2 young guys. Don't work.
Latinos. Not mowing lawns.
Yes.
But living like kingpins.
Right. So Victor goes to me it was on a Tuesday. Hey, tomorrow morning, Wednesday, we got to go pick up 800 keys. I go, okay, I'm down. We're going. Fine. I wake up that morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. I walk outside, open the garage door, walk outside, look, unmarked police car. The other, unmarked police car. I go, hey, Victor, there's 2 cops, bro, and that's for us, unmarked. He goes, we got to go get the keys. We can't leave that out there. I go, fine. We get in the car. They follow us. Like, they don't stay behind trying for us not to know that. No, they're behind us, like letting us know, hey, we're on to you. Bro, I got in the expressway, we lost them. I lose them. We head to Bakersfield. That's where we used to go pick up the coke.
Wow.
In Bakersfield.
Wow.
We head to Bakersfield. We
up that 405.
We meet Frijolito. Hey, Papa. Frijolito gives us the key, tells us where the U-Haul is. With the 800 keys, we go, we pick it up. Victor gets in the U-Haul. I follow him. Back to LA. We get to the stash house. When I got to the stash house, there was already like 3,000 keys in that house. It was a house, and they had a garage that wasn't connected to the house, right? That's where they kept all the keys. There was a Mexican there with a AK-47 guarding the coke. I'm like, what the?
Wow.
See, I didn't see that in Miami, you know. I never seen like that. And we unload the 800 keys. We go back, we get to the house, the 2 cops are there waiting.
Wow.
Like that's how we used to work.
Yeah, you guys were given this responsibility.
Yeah. We couldn't. I mean, people think about, oh, they're the drug dealers. They're doing coke every day. They're high. In this type of work, you had to have a clear mind. You couldn't up.
Did you know the repercussions? for up a load? Like, did you know, I know violence, you guys weren't a violent organization, but if you fell asleep with 800 bricks in the trunk,
you weren't gonna get killed. I mean, it's not like the movies. You see the guy falls asleep. Hey, you didn't go pick up the 800 keys. Boom, boom. You know,
you're not gonna get the
we weren't that
Samuel Jackson and Goodfellas. Bring the coffee to go.
But
well, you did. So the Colombians would never reach out, like go over Willie and Sal to like touch one of their workers.
No. And I had an issue. Now that you're talking about Colombians, you know, I had an issue one time. I had my own stash house because I didn't want to go to the stash houses all the time. Because if you get followed, one of those stash houses gets caught, it's 4,000 keys.
Yeah.
You know, you lose $60 million. So I had rented a house. I rented a house, a 2-story big house, and I put my cousin and his mom to live there. I would pay him 10 grand, and I would keep like 300-400 keys in one of the rooms, and up to $2 or $3 million. I just had cash and coke. So if I needed to go every day or every other day, I would go there, get 50 keys, 100 keys. Then I would go once a week to the big stash house, take 400 keys and take them there and just leave them. So I wouldn't have to go to where there were 3,000 keys.
Right, the mothership.
Yeah, so I would pick up money, and we used to have money. I would call one of the guys that worked for the company like once every 2 or 3 days so he could come get the money that I would pick up.
Right.
He would come and pick up $2, $3 million, $4 million like 3 times a week. So I had one of the rooms, I made it an office. So I had my desk, whatever, boom, boom. I used to get there. And then the closet, you would open the closet, and I had the keys all stacked up, like 200 of them, right? And they had one of the Colombians that would come and pick up money too, okay? They had a Colombian coming to the house and picking up money. I never spoke to the guy. My cousin used to have communication with him. Hey, I have $2 million, come pick it up. The guy would show up, pick up the money, leave, right? So I get to the house one day, and I'm like, I knew what I had. I knew how many keys I had, right? I count them, and I'm missing 2 keys. I go, I haven't taken anything. I call my cousin, hey, did you get 2 keys? He goes, no. He goes, who the was here? I have 2 keys missing. It's not about the money. I don't give a about the money. 2 keys ain't shit for me, right? It's about the being disrespected, right? So he goes, no, the Colombian was here to pick up money. And I go, did you leave him here by himself? He goes, I probably did. He goes, he took 2 keys. He took 2 keys from us. And he's like, so he goes to another house that one of the guys works for the company. He went to pick up money. So when I guess he got scared on the way over there, the guy's like, what the did I do? When he gets to the house, he tells the guy, hey, I'm not gonna say names, but he tells the guy, hey, I went to pick up money and they gave me this bag with money and 2 keys.
Strange.
Right. So the guy calls Tabby, my brother-in-law, told, hey, this guy came here. He told that he was at a house and they gave him money with 2 keys, a bag with money and 2 keys. And my brother-in-law calls him and I go, those are my keys. He stole them from me, you know? And he's like, okay. So I go to my cousin, let's do something, okay? Because if that guy has the boss to do that, he could send people here and kill you, kill your mom, and steal all the coke and all the money.
Right.
So this is what we're gonna do. Friday, you're gonna call him, tell him you have money for him. When he pulls in, open the garage. When he pulls in, I'm gonna tie him up and take him to the Everglades. And he's like, oh, my cousin's like sweat. Oh, you're crazy. I go, we gotta do it, you know? And so I let my brother-in-law know what I was gonna do. He's like, wait. Let me see. Let me make a couple of phone calls. I go, all right. That was like on a Wednesday. Friday, I told my cousin, I get to the house, I go, call the Colombian. He's like, all right. He goes, hey, I got money for you. What time you gonna be here? He goes, I'll be there like in an hour. Boom, we're waiting for the guy. Like 20 minutes, we're waiting. My phone rings. My brother-in-law, don't do anything. If you do something, there's gonna be a war. It's all been taken care of. Don't do anything. I never saw the guy again. Okay?
So a phone call was made to Colombia.
Yes.
And the bosses said, we'll clean it up.
Yes. I never saw the guy again.
Yeah, so that guy is probably in the Everglades somewhere.
No, the thing is, my brother-in-law goes, bro, we can't do anything because he's family with the people that we get flake from. It's family, so, it'll start a war.
Right.
So they probably send them back to Colombia and had them cutting grass or whatever.
Right.
Today's episode is sponsored by Cash App. You guys know Cash App by now. You probably use them. I use them. Everybody I know uses them. But did you know that Cash App can now do way more than you think to make your money work for you? Check it out. If you direct deposit at least $300 in paychecks each month and use the Cash App card for purchases, you can earn up to 4% annual interest on your savings. No hidden fees, no minimum balance requirements. So it's essentially like having a high yield savings account in a bank, but you don't even need to open up a bank account. You can just use the Cash App card for your purchases. That's killer. Also, you can hit your savings goals even faster by turning on the Roundups feature on your Cash App card. With Roundups, every purchase you make using the card is rounded up to the nearest dollar, and that spare change is automatically put into your savings. Don't let your money sit around and gather dust. Make it work for you. Take advantage of high interest savings on Cash App today. And check it out. This is for our listeners. For a limited time only, new Cash App customers could use our exclusive code to earn some additional cash. For real. Just download the Cash App, use our exclusive referral code CONNECT in your profile, send $5 to a friend within 14 days, and you'll get $10 dropped right into your account. Terms do apply. That's money, that's Cash App. Cash App is a financial services platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's bank partners. Prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Direct deposit, roundups, overdraft coverage, and discounts provided by Cash App, a Block Inc. brand. Visit cashapp.com/legal/podcast for full disclosures. Today's episode is sponsored by one of the Connect's longtime partners, Mood. In case you guys don't know about Mood, let me tell you about the country's #1 online dispensary. At Mood, they believe cannabis should be accessible, affordable, convenient, and transparent. But most importantly, they believe in supporting the American farmers who make it all possible. That's why they launched Mood in 2022 as an online source for 100% federally legal cannabis grown on small, pesticide-free American farms. It's true. I had their owner, David, on my podcast. If you go to Patreon, you can see that episode. These are really good people, and they care about the best quality. They care about supporting American farmers. And it's just the best products around. And once again, let me reiterate, this is a fully federally legal THC online cannabis company. They ship directly and discreetly to your door. Mood's functional gummies are optimized to kick in as little as 15 minutes and take you to the mood that you're looking for. Whether that's Mind Magic gummies for deep work and creativity, PMS support to ease cramps and balance mood swings, ladies, or they have sexual euphoria gummies to help you feel ready for action and turn every touch into a full body experience. That sounds like something I could use. Listen, you can find gummies to just get you high pretty much anywhere these days. But Mood's functional gummies combine premium, federally legal THC with targeted botanicals to help you get into the perfect mood, usually in as little as 15 minutes. And of course, the great people at Mood are always giving away deals, especially to first-time buyers. Check it out. If you've never been there before, go to their website. You're going to get 20% off your entire purchase. Once again, go to mood.com/connect, CONNECT, and you get 20% off of your first order. And once again, I'm talking about mood.com's incredible line of functional gummies. Use promo code CONNECT when you go to mood.com and get 20% off your order site-wide. Once again, that's mood.com/connect to get 20% off your first order, plus a 100-day satisfaction guarantee. Name me another THC company that's doing that. You can't do it. Go to mood.com and get your gummies, your functional gummies, for the perfect kind of high today. Thank you, Mood.
Now, I was going to ask you that. If you guys needed, wet work done, something heavy done, were you close enough, were Sal and Willie close enough with Colombia to where you could call up and say, hey, send a couple of Indians, that's what they use, indios.
Yeah.
Could they do that?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
On their indictment, did they have any bodies that the government accused them of?
They didn't start getting bodies till after the indictment.
Okay, let's put a pin in that. The money is so immense. It's so immense. I don't even know where to begin. I have so many questions. Tell us the process of the money coming in, the inventory of the money, the counting of it, where that went,
Okay.
and how that got back to Willie and Sal, and then how they shot the money down to Colombia. That whole complicated chain, if you could, please.
I would pick up money, and at least once a month, when I had let's say 40, 50 million, I would tell Sal, hey, I got what I got. He's like, okay, wait for my phone call. He would call me the next day, hey, bring it over. And I would
bring it straight to Sal.
Straight to Sal. And one of the Colombians was already there waiting for the money.
Okay, so you bring $50 million to Sal?
Yeah.
And now, have you guys already changed it into hundreds?
Yeah, it was all hundreds. They only wanted hundreds.
Okay.
It was all hundreds.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is $50 million in hundreds?
You know the Yuha boxes, the little Yuha
Yeah.
boxes that you put there, those in hundreds, you're talking 100, 200 grand, 250 grand per box.
Per box.
Boom, 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 boom.
Okay, so 50 million, you have to put it in a U-Haul truck.
In a van.
In a van.
In a van.
Wow.
Or a car with a big trunk for
Wow.
50 million, 40, 40, 50 million.
And so you're 20, 21 years old,
Yes.
driving through Miami.
Like if nothing.
$50 million.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
And I got stopped a couple of times with coke.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and to me that was like, license here. What else do you want?
Right. Did they find the coke? Or
No. One time I got stopped. I go to LA. I get a fake license, Luis Mendez. That was my number one license, Luis Mendez, right? So I had just gotten it. I go to my boy's house. He returns like 5 keys that were kind of powdery. They had been broken. You know, they come in bricks. They were like broken. Everybody wanted the bricks. So I go to his house. I pick up like 5 that he returns. And I'm coming down 836, like towards the Turnpike. Mm-hmm. I'm hauling ass. Motorcycle cop. Woo! I'm like, okay, let's see if this license is good. Yeah. You know, it's a fake one if it's not good. So I go, the guy, I'm here in the car. The guy's walking. I give him the license. He goes, when was the last time you had a ticket? I go, like 5 years ago. He goes, if that's true, I'll give you a break. So he goes back to he's on the thing. I'm thinking, what I'm gonna do, back up, because the tag is fake.
Yeah.
License is fake. I go, I'm gonna put it in reverse, woo, boom, ram his motorcycle, take off.
Hit it.
Right, but I go, you know what? Let me wait. 15, 20 minutes, the guy comes, see him walking back through the mirror. I go, okay, this is it. He's walking, he's like, have a good day.
Nice. But 5 keys in 85 is really nothing.
Yeah.
You bail out in a minute.
Oh, yeah. That's, yeah.
If you did any time, you'd get parole in a year.
Back then, a whole key, you could use it as a personal, and get probation.
Yeah, exactly.
I had a friend of mine that he got caught with the key. He went to court, this, that. Hey, that's personal, man. I'm a coke addict. The guy got probation.
Help, I need help. Yes, send me to Narcotics Anonymous, right?
Yeah.
But 50 million,
yeah.
You can't lose 50 million.
No, you can't lose 50 million. No.
You can't lose 50 million.
I don't care if you're family, you can't lose 50 million.
They put their foot down.
Yes.
The Indios are coming for you if you lose 50 million.
Oh, yeah. There's nothing Willie and Sal gonna do to save your ass.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's interesting. That falls, 50 million lost. That's the Colombians are coming to get you.
Yes.
Willie and Sal can't help you. They can't save you.
They can't.
So it's essentially, even though Willie and Sal are their own firm, they are inextricably linked to the Colombians, because if a Colombian is waiting for you, it's almost like they are working for them.
Yeah. Oh,
or
yeah,
whoever they're buying from, whether it's Medellin or Cali,
Oh, yeah.
or Bolivians, whoever. So 50 million gets dropped off to Sal and the courier for the Colombians.
It's right there.
How did they move that money? I mean, I assume a lot of that money is staying in the U.S. to get laundered.
Right.
But how do they shoot the money down to the buy money down to Colombia for the next load?
Bro, I think in planes. In planes.
That makes sense, right?
In planes.
Did they ever work with like Barry Seal?
No,
or were they ever involved in that kind of drama or anything like that?
Barry Seal was way before us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Wow, that's insane. What years did you start to ramp things up? Did you feel like, wow, like this is becoming, I'm like a junior Kingpin?
87.
That was the height?
Yeah. I was making money. 88 in high school, I was making 30, 40 grand a month in high school. And in 10th, 11th grade, I would get five, 6 keys. I would break them up, cut them, and out of each key, I would get 9 ounces. See, and I would sell the ounces at $1,000.
Yeah.
I would have like 30 ounces. I would get rid of those 30 ounces in 3 or 4 days.
Yeah. So 9 ounces is your profit.
It's my profit.
Yeah.
I would give the keys to my friends at whatever I got them. Hey, here's 5 at 24. In the streets, they're 29, 28, here, 24. My money was in the ounces.
Yeah.
And from when I was in high school.
When you were in high school.
In high school.
And your friends you're giving work to are also in high school?
Yeah.
Holy. Now, were their clients, I imagine these are white collar people back then, because Coke was so expensive.
Yeah.
I imagine these are
$100 bills. These people used to come and pay with $100 bills, bro.
mostly white people?
White people.
Wow.
Coming from New York, LA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, how much because Coke was so new to the market still, how much were you able to step on it? Like if the Coke you're getting from Willie and Sal is 100%.
100%.
So then you
9 ounces.
You bring 9 ounces out of it.
9 ounces that was still burning 85.
85%.
Yeah, 85%. Yeah. That shit was
good. Now, by the time you built up and you're making 150 grand a day from 30 or 40, how many were you worried that somebody else could get connected with Willie and Sal, or was that impossible? Like, could Willie and Sal find another you to keep flooding the streets, or was that not going to happen?
No, because they don't. I mean, the way Willie and Sal worked, it was like they didn't work with strangers. Like people that worked for the company that used to pick up money, move the merchandise, they were like close friends that they knew a long time ago, or family members.
Yeah. So like everybody was basically family.
Yeah. Like in my case.
Okay. So it's not like a guy who's moving a lot of coke from you could go around you to get the connect.
No, that wouldn't.
And that's why they call it a cartel, because it's virtually the supply is virtually controlled, more or less.
Yes.
Who are do you remember other families that were significant in 85, 86, 87? Other Cuban organizations in Miami?
No, I didn't know. I just knew Willie and Sal.
You guys had it on Smash, right?
Yeah.
You guys had it in the Smash.
Yeah.
What were the other biggest ethnic groups of your clients that were, coming from out of town?
Cubans too. We had Cubans, a lot of Cubans.
Cubans from New York?
Yeah.
I heard Alabama was a big market. I heard the Midwest was a big market.
In Georgia, one of our best clients was in Georgia, a black guy that used to race cars. That guy used to move 150 keys in 2 days.
Wow.
We used to take him 150 keys, and in 2 days, we'd be coming back with the money.
And what your price is 11 a key? What do you give it to him for in Georgia?
In Georgia, we would probably 20.
That's insane.
18, 19.
It's like an hour plane ride.
Yeah.
But it just jumps 100%.
And it's pure. That thing was 100% pure. What we would get was 100, because they used to, up there, they used to turn it into crack. That had to come back 100%.
Right.
If not, they wouldn't
buy it.
Yeah.
Did a load ever come from Colombia? Tell me, a Colombian kilo, what should it look like? Is it a textbook or should it be more rounded and fluffy?
At the beginning, back in the early, like, let's say 79, 80, 81, they would come fluffy, like a football.
Yeah.
It would be rocks and powder. Pure, but then they started doing the bricks.
Yeah. They got a little more sophisticated.
They got more sophisticated, and it's easier to transport, easier to work with when it comes compact in a brick.
Right.
Than the footballs.
So after 85, no more supply coming through Miami.
No more.
Caribbean,
no
the
more,
Bahamas.
Yeah, no more from the Bahamas.
So did Willie and Sal, did they see the writing on the wall? Like, they must have gotten some loads intercepted, or Colombia said, hey, this is too hot. Yeah. Let's just get ahead of this and start going through Mexico.
Yes, probably, yeah.
Now, did you get a sense of who these organizations in Mexico were? I mean, obviously, the show Narcos and the folklore and popular culture says it was the Guadalajara cartel, Felix Gallardo, who, and the people he worked for who later became the Sinaloa cartel, the Tijuana cartel, et cetera. Yeah. Did you ever hear?
Did I know exactly who? No, but I'm sure it was one of those guys, Wow.
So Sal and Willie really, even though respectfully I've heard that they weren't the most sophisticated cats, this is just what I'm hearing from, people that were close to them. They had the sophistication to at least be connected with all of the most powerful criminals in Latin America.
Yes, yes.
Do you think they set up the Mexican route, or was that the Colombians who then said, hey, this is where we're bringing it through?
No, that was probably the Colombians.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how was young Peggy living in 87 with all this dough? What, did you have kids?
No. I didn't, I didn't have kids till like 92.
Wow, this is exceptional for a young, rich Cuban cocaine kingpin. What was life like? Did you get to enjoy any of that, or were you just constantly working?
No, I enjoyed it. Yeah. I had all the toys I wanted. And
did you have property out here?
No. I used to rent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did any of the stash houses you supervised with those families living in it, did they ever get hit?
No, they never got hit.
Not one?
They never got hit. And I was renting, I had an apartment in a Semblance Tower, which is the building that fell.
Wow.
That building that fell on the beach.
North Miami Beach?
Yeah. I had an apartment there. I had one on Collins and 25th. And I had a house in Coconut Grove. Okay. I used to move around. Yeah. But basically I was already staying at the house in Coconut Grove.
Wow.
That's where I got picked up.
Okay. So, how does the indictment start?
The indictment started by one of the guys that used to bring the load in with the speedboats.
Okay, who was that?
That was Bernie. That's one of the guys that got killed.
Okay, Bernie, who was he?
He was the guy that it was him, and he used to have other 5 guys bringing in the coke on speedboats.
Was he a Cuban also?
Cuban guy, yeah.
Okay.
Cuban guy.
So the guys bringing it in on the speedboats, are they independent operators that are working with Willie?
They would bring coke for Willie. They would bring coke for other guys.
Okay.
So they get caught. Not bringing coke for us. They get caught.
Somebody else.
For bringing coke for somebody else, and then they flipped on Willie and Sal.
What year was that? They first got caught?
These guys get caught like in 88.
Okay, but that was supposed to be, the Caribbean route was supposed to be done.
Yeah, but this was a while back. These guys were already being watched since 85. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Since 83, they were bringing coke. The thing is, they were working with too many people.
Right.
You know?
Right.
If they would have stuck just to Willie and Sal, they would have been good. They start working, they get greedy, they want to bring a load in every day.
Right.
You know, and that's how happens.
And so they kept working even when the Caribbean route was way too hot.
Yes.
I see.
Yes.
I see. And I assume Willie and Sal, obviously they're the biggest players, so if you want to roll on somebody, you want to get out of trouble, you immediately tell on them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This guy had life, and I think he ended up doing 3 years out of a life sentence.
Wow. Now,
so if you're in jail with a life sentence with 30, 40 years, who the are you gonna want to go and rat on?
Do you know, are you aware, did the law know about Willie and Sal before Bernie? Or was that the first that they had heard about?
No, I think they already had heard about Willie and Sal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell us about how long were they building the investigation after Bernie flipped?
Bro, they were for like, let me see, since like 85.
Oh, so it was years.
Yeah.
Okay.
When Willie and Sal in 85, when they were in LA, they got caught in LA under fake aliases and all that.
Okay.
So they were already being investigated since 85.
Okay. So between 85 and when did they get arrested?
In late 91, almost 92.
Oh, so it was almost 7 years of them
being investigated and people turning on them and all that.
And even their family turned on them.
Yeah.
Even close friends and family members. Did you know, because you were working this whole time, did you hear about people getting knocked off?
Oh, yeah.
People get going down?
Yeah, all the time.
So if somebody got arrested, say with a load, would you guys obviously change things up? Especially if it's somebody that was close that knew about you guys?
Yes.
Okay.
We would change things up and,
Did you have lawyers that would tell you like, hey, this so-and-so's cooperating?
Yes. Willie and Sal had a couple of attorneys that they would be on a yearly salary, let's say 250 grand, just to be on top of everything.
Yeah.
They hear anybody that's testifying, anybody that's talking about them, they would let us know.
And this is very relevant because their ability to corrupt people becomes legendary.
Yes.
So did they have private investigators?
Yes.
And I assume probably police on their payroll? Are you aware of that?
Yes.
How high up in the police?
When we had a sheriff up in Houston.
A sheriff in Houston?
In Houston.
Okay, it's Houston.
Houston is by Moorhaven. You get US 27, it's like 3 hours from here, from Miami.
Okay.
There's a lot of farmland, and Willie and Sal bought a farm there with a landing strip.
Wow.
So when a load was coming in, the sheriff would tell, it's a small little town, so the sheriff would tell the cops, hey, you guys have the day off, go home.
And send all the cops home.
Send all the cops home, and the plane would land, and yeah. That was early 82.
Did you ever hear about the law having a file on you during these, after 85?
No.
Okay.
I get caught in LA. I beat that case.
Right.
But when the indictment came out in 90, early 90, late 80, no, it was early 90, when the indictment came out, that my name was on it, Luis Mendez, AKA Peggy, I mean, Sal was like, what the are you doing in the indictment? That's because when I was working in LA, a couple of guys that used to move merchandise for the company went to LA. There wasn't any flake here. They went to LA. I saw a couple of them were merchandise. They come back, they get caught. They snitch on me. Oh, we were getting the flake in LA from Peggy.
But they weren't using your name? They were using Luis Mendez?
They were using Luis Mendez, Peggy. Luis Mendez, Peggy.
So that's kind of the reason you guys were able to stay free for so many years, is because even after they started investigating you, they didn't actually know who you really were.
Right, they didn't know who we really were.
Okay.
They had pictures, I guess, and stuff like that, but you know.
And I'm not sure you mentioned it, because I think it was off camera, but your case in LA, you were just dealing with money.
Yeah.
And they raided you with like $250,000 or something?
Yeah, $250,000. It's funny because I go to the first preliminary hearing, right? Okay, this is when we get caught in the apartment that they break in through the door, the cops break into the door. I'm sitting there, I'm there with Gus. They handcuff us, right? Boom. Like 2 hours later, the doorbell rings down and downstairs, bling, bling. They leave a cop with us. The cop goes, opens the door. It was William, one of the guys that we used to give coke to, with another bag with 150 grand.
Oh. Oh.
The cop opens the door and goes, come on, you're under arrest. And he was with a friend of his. Both of you, let's go. And cuffed him there. So
that's 400 G's in cash.
Yeah.
But no product.
No product.
What did the ledgers say?
They didn't know what the ledger said. Just numbers. They knew it was money, but they couldn't figure out what the it was. Okay? So when they stopped the Colombian, they get him with the 250 grand. They followed the other van and they get like 20 keys or something like that. So they got Victor, Gus, William, his friend, and me, us five, and they got like 9 Colombians. Okay, so when we go to trial, it's a state case, so it's weak as.
Oh, I see.
So we got the attorneys to put us. Hey, we have nothing to do with these Colombians, okay? I mean, so our case is us 5, and the Colombians, they're doing their own case, right? So the first preliminary hearing, they dropped the charges on Gus, on William, and William's friend. Only me and Victor stay, right? So 3 months later, we go to another preliminary hearing. If I lose that, I got to go to trial with the 12 jurors, right? So I walk into the courtroom, and I look, I see this big redneck right there. I go to my attorney, look at this, look at the judge. This is gonna, and my attorney goes to me, don't worry, me and the judge, we play golf every Saturday and Sunday, and we went to law school together.
Wow.
So.
And that's how it happens, folks.
So, I'm there, sitting there, the prosecutor, So the prosecutor goes, William Mendez was the one in charge of the whole operation. William Mendez is the one picking up money, distributing the cocaine. He's holding fort in the apartment, So the judge goes to the prosecutor. The apartment that William Mendez was arrested in, that got caught, how long was that apartment under surveillance? The prosecutor goes to the paper, he goes, the apartment was under surveillance from 9:30 in the morning till 10 in the morning. The judge goes, you mean to tell me that in 30 minutes you came up with all that? Boom, case dismissed, like that.
Wow.
Bro, the prosecutor got red, like he was pissed.
Wow. Holy.
Yeah.
So that attorney was well paid. Your lawyer was well paid.
Yes, I gave him 40 grand right off the bat.
Wow, and that's just for a state case.
Yeah, for a preliminary hearing.
Right. So you guys beat it.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
So that never came up in the federal indictment later?
No.
Okay.
No.
So you're now over 11 years in the game.
Yeah.
With you never taken a loss, basically.
Never.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's all the way until what year do you get arrested? When does the case keeps building for the feds, right?
Right.
When does the first arrest happen? The first big sweep?
The indictment comes out like early 91, okay? A couple of guys get arrested, which one of them gets killed in a club because he flipped.
Okay, could you tell us about that real quick?
Okay, that was Luis Escobar. You'll see it in the documentary if you watch the documentary.
I have to rewatch it.
Yeah,
but just for people that haven't seen it, Luis Escobar, is that one of your guys?
He used to move flake he didn't work for the company. He used to move flake.
Okay.
Okay. I used to see him. I used to take 50 keys, 100 keys to him, like every other month. And I knew him. He used to hang out with us.
Right.
He was good friends with Willie.
Okay.
And
so he flipped?
He flipped. They gave him bond. And it's funny because one of my best friends, Mo, that used to hang around with me the whole time, and I used to help him out, and he's like, he was with Wishi the day Wishi got killed. They were at a club, and Wishi's like, hey, Mo, what's up? Hey, you got any? And Mo gives him a bag with flake, so they're drinking, doing flake. So they're in the club in Coconut Grove. They go, hey, this is dead here. Let's go somewhere else. They leave. They go downstairs to the parking. Wishi walks to the left. Mo walks to the right to get his car. And Mo hears, brah, 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 brah. Mo goes, damn, his car's messed up. It backfired. Mo leaves. The next morning, he gets a call, hey, they killed Wishi.
Wow. So was that the Colombians?
Yeah. And Mo seen the guy. Mo goes, bro, Peggy, I saw the guy. The guy was sitting in front of us the whole time. Black shirt, black pants, long curly hair.
Right.
He was looking at us the whole time.
Could you see, you being Cuban, Latino, can you distinctly tell a Colombian from a Cuban?
Not really.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was that called in by Willie and Sal?
I'm not gonna say.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not gonna say because I don't know. If I tell you, I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
So you were never privy. You would never know if they called in a murder. That you weren't that close to them, or they just would keep you separated from that.
I was close to them to know everything. See, but when it comes to murder, that's very delicate.
It's something you don't want to talk about.
The less you know, the better.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So.
Okay, so he gets killed, but he's already given information. He's already flipped.
He's already given information.
So then what happens?
Then they had Recut, which is, he's in the documentary. He was one of the guys that used to bring in coke in the boat. I mean, Recut gets caught. He makes bond. He hasn't even flipped. Recut hasn't even flipped. And they put a hit on him also, which he got hit, but they didn't get to kill him. So Recut, he's like, what the I haven't even flipped and they already put a hit on me. Now I'm really gonna flip.
Right, okay. So, and what information, how inside is Rika?
He's good. He used to bring a lot of coke from the Bahamas.
Okay,
yeah,
so he's now flipping on, has a lot of information to get.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, then what happens?
Then they put a hit on me.
The brothers? Sal and Willie?
Yeah.
Your family?
They put a hit on me.
Why?
Because I was in the hospital. My baby, Peter, was born. I was with my ex-wife, and I'm getting little Peter's born, right? So it's like 9 o'clock at night. I'm getting ready to leave, right? And his mom, Alexia, goes, no, don't leave, because I'm scared to feed him, whatever. So I go, I'll stay. And if I would have walked out that night, they were waiting for me. They were parked right behind my car. Like when I was gonna get ready to open the door, they were gonna hit me right there.
The Colombians?
The Colombians, which they eventually get caught. The Colombians. This is the thing, one of the hitmans, they were gonna kill him in Colombia. For what reason, I don't know. So he needs to get out of Colombia. So he makes a phone call to the cops here. And he goes, hey, listen, I need to get out of here. They're gonna kill me. And I have information on Willie and Sal, on the hits. They brought him over right away. And he turned in Sal's brother-in-law, okay?
Who is?
We used to call him a Gura, Eddie Loscano, okay? One of the hitmen is saying that Eddie Loscano was the one showing him the pictures of the guys to kill and giving the money.
Right.
He got life. Eddie Loscano got life. So why, if you have nothing to do, if you're not in trouble, why are you gonna put yourself in that situation on murders, bro? You know? Mm-hmm. Why would you do that? He got life.
Why did they want to hit you though? Did they think you were already cooperating?
Yeah. I was already gonna cooperate.
Okay, so let's back up then, because we jumped forward. When did you get arrested?
I get arrested in like late 91. Okay.
This is before Willie and Sal.
Yeah, before Willie and Sal. What I'm in for like 3 months. I'm already hearing rumors.
I'm sorry. Where were you arrested, and what did the discovery show you?
Okay, I was arrested in Coconut Grove. I was leaving the house in the morning to the gym like at 9. Boom, 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 boom. The day before, I'm at the house, right? And I see this is in Coconut Grove. It's like a cul-de-sac, you know. Not too many cars go by. So I'm out, for some reason I'm out there and I see a car with 2 guys come. And I'm like, damn, weird. They turn back around, they leave. I'm like, damn, that car, I've never seen it around here. So I go in the house, I get my gun. I put it here, I come back out. I'm standing out there like this. The car comes back again. And I'm like, I was ready to just go boom, 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 because I'm thinking, bro, these guys are home invaders.
Yeah.
You know, they're gonna, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, bro, when they come back, I'm just gonna shoot at them. And they're coming back, and I'm like, bro, those were 2 U.S. Marshals. They were already staking out the house, okay? From the house in front of me. They went to the neighbors and they go, hey, we got an indictment on Luis Mendez, this guy's a drug dealer. We need to borrow your house to stake out that house. And the neighbors told them, yeah, go ahead, use my house, fine. So you would have told me that they were staking me out, I would have given you 250 grand, right. You know, and I would have left, and everybody's happy.
Yeah.
You know, so that's how I get.
Wow. Thank God you didn't.
Thank God you didn't bust the trigger.
Yeah.
Thank God they were U.S. Marshals.
Wow.
And
okay, so you go down.
I go down.
Willie and Sal find out.
Willie and Sal find out, whatever. When I get arrested, they show me a picture of Willie and Sal. You work for these guys? You know, I don't know who the they are, whatever. I'm arrested. I go home. While I'm waiting to get bond, I'm there like 3 months. I got my attorney. I got private investigators. I'm already hearing rumors that I was gonna get blamed for everything.
Okay, so what is the paperwork? Are you finding out through the discovery that people have already
Yeah. I get the discovery. I see everybody that's turned on me, that I've given flake to, all that.
And do they have your real name now?
And they have my real name.
They got Rosello?
Yeah, they got Rosello already and everything. So
okay.
And so I'm like, what the you know, why am I gonna get blamed for everything? You know. So I turned.
Hang on, but this is important. Explain who's putting the blame on you.
From what I've found out, it was Sal that was planning everything. Okay, their case was, yeah, we're gonna go to trial. We're gonna say we were drug dealers, but only till 1985. From 85. So, which is, yeah, they were drug dealers. From 85, they beat the statute of limitation, so they can't get charged. They already, 5 years already went by. So they're like, yeah, we were drug dealers till 85, Peggy took over. So yeah, Peggy took over. Yeah, we could turn in a house with 3,000 keys and $20 million. That's Peggy, we know where it's at. You know? And even if you see the documentary, bro, you could, Marilyn Bonachea, Sal's girlfriend, that she flipped on him, you know. She says that you'll hear her say it there, that Sal came to her and told her, hey, my plan is to blame everything on Peggy and turn in a house with money and coke.
Now, you said that you had got arrested first before Sal and Willie. Mm-hmm. But so why already, only a few months into jail, did you realize that they wanted to turn you in and make you the fall guy? If they hadn't been arrested yet.
Because in prison, you hear rumors before the street. And if you ask any prisoner that, news travels in prison before it gets to the outside. So I already had a little bit of knowledge about that.
Okay. So Sal and Willie, it sounds like are you saying that they knew the heat was on them? They were about to go down?
They were already indicted.
Okay, so they just hadn't been arrested yet.
They hadn't been arrested.
So they were basically going to turn themselves in.
No, they weren't going to turn themselves in. No, hell no. Their plan is if they get caught, okay, yeah, we were drug dealers till 85. Peggy's the one that took over. Okay,
so they weren't going to turn themselves in, though.
No, hell no.
What were they going to do? They going to flee? They going to run?
Bro, they were here. They knew they were looking for them since 85, 86, 87. They never left. They were always here, and they didn't want to give up anything. You know, like they should have retired a long time ago. And because I remember my brother-in-law, like in early '89, he calls me, and he's like, "Hey, I need to talk to you. Come by the house." I go, "All right." I show up. And I go into the office, and I'm like, "What's up?" He goes, "Willie and Sal, they're gonna retire." This is '89, like summer of '89, right? I go, "What do I do? Do I start saving my money?" He goes, "No, you and me are taking over." And I go, "How much are we gonna make?" He goes, 90 million a year for you, 90 million a year for me. I go, "Okay, I'm down. Let's do it." But they never retired.
I see.
So, and then I get busted. I hear these rumors, and then I see it on the documentary Bonachea, Maryland, talk about what Sal had told her, and that's something that I don't think she's gonna make up.
Yeah, but that was later.
That was
in
later.
the moment. You just heard rumors that if they got caught, they were gonna blame it all on you.
Yeah.
But that's, you know. Yeah. Anyways, feel how you want to feel about it, but how long after that did you decide to flip?
Right after I made bond. I mean, I turned Sal in while I was in.
Didn't you reach out to them? Like, couldn't you have, was there communication with you guys after you got arrested initially?
Nope.
Okay. So you just decided to jump ship.
Yeah.
Did you go to your brother-in-law before you did that?
No.
Okay. Okay, so you bond out.
I bond out.
You haven't flipped yet, though. How much was your bond?
250 grand.
Okay, so you make bond, you're out.
I make bond.
Obviously, you're facing life.
Yeah. When I went in front of Moren, the judge, our federal judge, he's like, when I went for sentence, to get sentenced, he's like, "You're lucky there's Skylines in the federal system. If not, I was gonna give you 5 life sentences. I can only give you 25 years. So that's what he gave me, 25 years.
Is that because you didn't have any priors, or why?
No, I didn't have any priors. Forget about the priors. Forget about, that guy wanted to give me life.
Yeah, but how could he not have given you life? You had,
you
were charged with tons and tons
because of the guidelines. Because of the guidelines, I have no priors. He can't go over the 25 years, I guess.
Okay, but hang on. Because I want to make this clear. So you bond out this is 1991. 91.
Late 91.
When did you decide to go to the DEA, go to the U.S. Attorney?
I mean, I already had spoken to them when I was in before bond.
Okay.
So
did you, and you just proffered? You had to tell them everything? The stash houses, the routes?
No.
Okay.
No.
Oh, so how did it work? How long?
My deal was, if Willie and Sal go to trial, I testify. My part in the organization, you know, and there, you know, I had ways to get around. I'm not gonna go and turn in 5 stash houses. You know, Willie and Sal go to trial, I testify, whatever. Even when they went to trial, when they were going to trial, you know, the U.S. Marshals, they take you down. They take you down, whatever. So they pick me up, and the U.S. Marshal goes, "Hey, Willie and Sal want to talk to you." They said, "Okay." I go, "Yeah." So they put me in the same cell with Willie and Sal. And they're like, "Hey, Peggy, don't worry. You know, you got to do what you got to do. Just don't lie. We don't want you to spend 25 years in prison." And that's how it went.
Okay. I still don't understand completely.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think the audience does either. What you bonded out after getting arrested.
Mm-hmm.
You made a deal with the U.S. attorney. Once we catch Willie and Sal.
No, Willie and Sal was already caught.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So Sal, they already caught Sal.
Yeah. I turned in Sal. Sal was already caught.
You turned in Sal before you got arrested?
No.
After you got arrested?
No, while I was arrested.
Okay, gotcha. So while you were in jail.
Yes.
In the MCC.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
right.
So did you know where Sal was? Is that how you were able to?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So you flipped, they got Sal. Yeah. How long after did they arrest Willie?
Okay, the thing is, when they raided Sal's house, that they get Sal, there was this guy there at Sal's house that knew what Willie was. That guy turned Willie in.
Okay.
Okay, me, I'm not gonna turn Willie or my brother-in-law. I knew where my brother-in-law lived. I knew where Willie was staying. My beef was with Sal.
Why? That's interesting. I didn't know that. Why Sal specifically?
Because the rumors were that I had heard that he was the one that was gonna blame everything on me.
Okay.
Okay, so you know, it is what it is. But Willie and Sal, I'm not gonna, you know, my brother-in-law went fugitive for 25 years. He gets caught in 2017.
Wow. Where did he run to?
He was staying in Orlando.
That's right. I think I read about that.
Yeah.
They arrested him in Orlando under a fake name.
Yeah.
Was he still married to your sister?
Yeah, they're still married. They're here. They live a couple of blocks away from my sister's house.
How did he, I know we're jumping ahead, how did he get out so fast?
They gave him 11 years. He ended up doing 6.
Is that why? He was an integral part of the organization.
But it was already, he was one of the last guys in the indictment. Right. Like he didn't have too much part in the organization, you know. I mean, he's Willie's brother, but you know, he wasn't that. So, and it had already been 25 years. They just wanted to close the case.
So it sounds like the moral of the story is run. Run and hide, and then they'll just stop giving a fuck about it.
Yeah.
Wow. Did he have to, there was nobody else to tell on, so he didn't cooperate? He didn't
cooperate, no.
He just pled guilty, and that was that?
He pled guilty to 11 years. He did a drug program, and plus the good time they give you, he ended up doing 6. Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah.
He got a sweet deal compared to some of those cats, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so they pick Willie up shortly after.
Right.
Sal gets arrested.
Right.
Your brother-in-law's on the run. Boom. So they've got the two bosses, right, and they've got you, but now you're bonded out.
I bonded out.
Now, do they get bond? Willie and Sal?
No, they don't get bond.
Okay. So this is and they decide to go to trial.
Right.
So you facing 25 years.
No, I wasn't facing. I had already pleaded guilty to 25 years.
Okay, that was fast.
Yeah.
You got that move through the system very fast.
I pled guilty. 3 months later, I get sentenced. I get 25 years.
Okay, so you're already sentenced.
Yeah, and everything. So
are you already sitting in?
I turned myself in this November. November of 1992. I turned myself in with 25 years. I stopped doing my time. I'm here doing my 25 years.
And you haven't technically, the only informing you've done is let them know where Sal was. Okay, so you haven't taken the stand yet?
Nothing, I haven't done. I'm sitting on my 25 years.
Okay, and what facility?
I was in Manchester, Kentucky.
Are you on a regular yard?
Yeah, regular
Okay, so
yard.
you don't have bad paperwork yet?
No, I don't have my. It was a medium. And back then they don't with paperwork. And if you're Cuban, they don't with you.
Okay, gotcha. So they didn't get any money or anything yet?
Huh?
They didn't get any money from you or anything?
No, nothing.
Wow, so they haven't seized anything from you?
Nothing.
Okay, so Willie and Sal, this is their first trial.
Right.
This is the one where they end up beating it.
Right.
Because
they bought one of the jurors or
they
two
paid
of them.
off, they pulled some John Gotti. They flipped a juror.
The head juror.
The head juror.
Yeah.
Can you tell us do you know how that happened?
I don't know how that happened.
Even to this day?
No. I mean, I know about it because I seen it on the documentary.
Right.
And I know how it went because of the documentary.
Right. But you don't know how they got somebody.
Miami is so small. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody knew who Willie and Sal was. So I'm one of the jurors in Willie and Sal. Bro, you're one of the jurors in Willie and Sal. Hey, wait a minute. Wait, I got a connection. They're gonna give you $1 million if you find them not guilty and you flip some of the. Miami's so little, you know.
And maybe they were a beneficiary of their drug money early on. Oh, hey, you took care of my mother.
Right.
You know what I mean? Who knows?
So they know they're gonna buy the juror.
Who knows?
Willie and Sal. I mean, they know, hey, our plan is to buy the juror.
Right.
So, we're not gonna get found guilty. Peggy, testify, we don't care.
So then you guys meet in the holding cell.
Peggy, we love you.
So just telling us, get out of your sentence.
Get out of the 25 years. Peggy, we love you, you know, just be careful what you get when you go home. You know how stupid people are. You know?
Wow. So they weren't bitter at you?
They weren't bitter at all. At all.
Yeah, they were happy as they're like, we're walking out of here.
Yeah,
they had the attitude of men that knew that they were going home.
Right.
So
this
is some high-level Mexican cartel. This is how they operate.
Yeah. And listen to this.
It's espionage.
Listen to this. Me, when you go to the courtroom for the trial, that they bring the witnesses down, they would bring me down, put me with Willie and Sal. You had like 5 different cells full of people, you know? I would walk in, everybody's quiet. I'm there talking to Willie and Sal, whatever. Anybody else would walk in that was gonna testify against Willie and Sal. Everybody, hey, Willie, look, this is one of the guys that's gonna testify against you, look. They wanted like to kill those guys.
Yeah.
Me, I would walk in, nobody would with me.
So Willie and Sal said, hey, he's good.
Yeah.
And by the way, one of these bailiffs, one of these jail guards was clearly getting taken care of because they're not allowed to put you guys in a cell together.
Of course
That's insane.
I'm testifying against you. How's it gonna put me? Bro, I remember, like if it was today, I'm walking down. I'm like, what the Hey, Willie and Sal want to talk to you. Is it okay if I put you in there with them? I go, yeah. He opened this up.
Miami, baby.
Hugging me. Willie and Sal were hugging me. Peggy, we love you. Peggy, we don't want you to do the 25 years. You know, we feel bad for you. You know, because I was the youngest of the crowd, you know, of the group.
Did they apologize? Did you apologize?
Yeah, I did. Of course I did. Yeah. But, you know, what's done is done. You know, you can't go back, you know?
So you take the stand.
So I take the stand.
Full-ass courtroom.
Full-ass courtroom.
What was the jury? What did the jury look like? Were they Cubans and Latinos and a mix? What did the jury look like?
Bro, I don't even remember. To tell you the truth, I was so nervous.
Because it was surreal, right?
Yeah. All I remember is my ex-wife, when I get back to the unit and I call home, she's like, hey, Chris was a prosecutor. Chris is telling me, what the is going on with you? You're like, I was turning a lot of around. Like putting blame on other people instead of Willie and Sal.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-oh. So did you get reprimanded? Did they come to you and say, hey, the deal's off?
No. When I'm in there talking to Willie and Sal goes to me, hey, Peggy. Because Sal was in the books as Lechon. Lechon. Lechon is like a pig, like a pork, like a fat pork. So Sal was in the books as Lechon. So One of the guys that used to hang out with them and kind of worked for the company was this big guy, was like 400 pounds. So they go, if they ask you who Lechon is, tell them it's Fat George.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So what did you actually end up telling against them, against Willie and Sal?
That I worked for them, that I moved flake for them, that I picked up money,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was enough.
Yeah.
It probably would have been enough to put them away.
Right.
Did the prosecutor consider you like the main witness?
Yeah. The prosecutor, because I remember my best friend that used to move flake for me, Mandy, the 150 keys, like every month, whatever. While I'm sitting with 25 years, he gets caught. Okay? So I called my mom one day, and my mom goes, hey, Mandy got caught, and he's going to trial. I'm like, bro, a month later, the prosecutor comes, hey, we know about your client that used to move keys for you. He's going to trial. I go, I'm not gonna testify. I'm sitting on 25 years. You give me 50 more, 25 more, that's 50 years. I'll do the 50. I'm not testifying.
How can they give you more years?
No, but that's what I told them, you know?
Yeah.
Like telling them, hey, I don't give a f. So he ended up going to trial. They didn't take me. No. I told him, if you guys f with me, I won't testify against Willie and Sal.
Okay, I see. So you had the cards.
Yeah, I had the cards. Yeah.
And so you were prepared to do 25.
Yeah, I was prepared
to do
22
if you had good time.
22, yeah.
Right,
yeah.
which is, it sounds crazy, but you can do that.
Yeah.
It's not like doing 40 or 50.
Right, you can do 20,
And did you have money put away?
Yeah, I had
just
money put
in that event that happened?
Yes.
But you didn't know that at this point during the trial that the jury had been paid off.
No, I didn't know. Nobody knew.
So you were, except for the jury and Sal and Willie, did you feel bad when you were up there? Like, did you feel some kind of way?
I felt bad, of course. Yeah.
Was there, because your family essentially, like what were the family saying? Were they really distraught at what you were doing?
I have no idea. I know that during the trial, I was with Willie and Sal a couple of times, and I was good with them, so, that's all I cared about.
Okay, how many days did you testify?
Like 2 days.
Okay. How many hours was the questioning?
Like 3 to 4 hours a day.
Wow. Just of,
just back and forth, and then and money and this, and you have money put away, and then you have money stashed. The attorneys try to get you, like make you look like the bad guy,
So did they have a lot of information? It sounds like you kind of pulled the curtain back to this whole complicated conspiracy.
Right. Like me testifying, okay, their case is they were drug dealers till 85. After 85, they retire. My involvement in the case puts them way past 85.
Of course.
Okay?
So their defense was, no, we stopped. That's what their lawyers were saying.
Yes. Yeah.
They retired at 85, and they gave the business to you?
Making it look like, you were the one in charge. You were the one, you were the one, these guys retired in 85,
You guys could have put your heads together preemptively and said, hey, you tell on us, we'll tell on you, and everybody takes 20 years.
Willie and Sal were offered 17 years, and they didn't take it. And then when Sal gets 125 years, then he has all this information to give to the government, but the government goes, we don't care.
Yeah, it's way past. They up.
Yeah, it's too late.
They up. So they offered him 17 years on the first case?
On the first, 17 years.
How did you get 25 and the Kingpins got...
See what I'm saying? I plead
guilty. Is it because they didn't have enough, they felt like they didn't have enough on them?
I plead guilty, I get 25, and Willie and Sal, they're getting offered a 17-year deal. How does this
maybe like the
work?
forfeiture, maybe they had so many assets to forfeit. The government gets
Probably.
turned on by
Yeah.
money if
Yeah,
you have
by
enough
money,
that
yeah.
you want to proffer.
Yeah.
Wow. So they were offered 17 and they said,
years.
"No, my."
They were offered 17 years. They wanted 17 years old law, which they would end up doing like 9 years, half of that.
Because you get parole from the
Right.
old law in the feds.
17 years, you do half. But the government goes, no, 17 years, new law. You got to do 87% of the time.
You do about
They go, no, we
15
don't want to do
years.
the 87%. We want to do old law, blah, blah, that was back and forth.
Okay, so they just said, now we'll
Yeah.
take our chances, but
And go to trial.
somehow, but look, they ended up beating it.
Yeah, they beat it.
They beat it. They walked out of there.
Yeah.
That almost never happens. And so then, if you go watch the documentary, of course, because on a drug case, it's so rare that two guys with all these people testifying against them beat the case. That's when they started looking into the jurors, right? The new U.S. attorney.
God, I think that one of the head juror, Mora, he had all this money buying boats, going out, cheating on his wife. I think that his wife called the DA and told him, hey, you know what? This
Yeah, he was taking money. God, that's such a Miami thing.
Yeah.
So stupid.
Yeah.
I love you guys, but people in Miami are not the sharpest, brightest light bulbs, you know? It's a very good-looking town, not a big thinking town. That's like out of a bad movie. That's like a trope out of a bad movie. That's so funny.
Yeah.
So how long after were they rearrested?
That was 96, like 2000.
What?
Yeah.
Was it that long?
Like 4 years, like it took like 3 or 4 years.
Okay, so in 1991, even though they were found not guilty.
No, they were found not guilty in 96. 96, the trial went.
Oh, so it
96.
took 4 years to go to trial.
Yeah, it took 4 years to
Okay,
go
so
to
you
trial.
are right. So you were already serving your 25-year sentence.
I was already I'm serving my 25-year sentence.
So in 96, that's, even though they were found not guilty, you held up your end of the bargain?
Right, and I get my reduction and I go home.
Okay, so after the trial, you just...
3 months later, 4 months later, I go home.
Now, when you were testifying against them, they brought you out of the prison, right? And put you in jail.
Right.
So you were in witness, you were isolated.
No. I was in the building, in the FDC downtown. They had a floor just for the people in the Willie case.
Okay. So you never had to be around population?
No, I never had to be in population. I did before going to the building. When I was in Manchester, Kentucky, I was in population.
Right.
Yeah, I was in.
But they didn't know that you were getting ready to go do this.
Right.
Okay, so they get found not guilty, and you get to go home.
And I go home.
Let's all have a party. That's amazing. Now, do you guys get together after that?
No. I mean, Willie had a case from 1979 that he was a fugitive. And the day he got picked up, they found a gun in his possession. So they charged him they gave him a gun charge, so they didn't let Willie go home.
Even after he got found not guilty?
Even after he got found not guilty.
So what did he have to do?
He pled
guilty to the gun.
To money laundering, a whole bunch of shit, and got 20 years.
Okay. So really?
Yeah.
Even though he beat the Kingpin charge?
Even though he beat the drug case. Okay. They were gonna take them both to trial on money laundering, all that. But Willie goes, no, I'm not gonna go to trial. Willie pled guilty. Sal went to trial.
Hang on though. After they get found not guilty.
In 96.
You get to go home.
Right.
Sal gets out.
Sal gets out.
Willie has to stay in because he's held on remand from a gun case in 1979.
From a drug case in 79.
A drug case.
Okay. He was a fugitive in that case. So you being a fugitive, a convicted felon, more or less,
no bond.
He gets caught with a gun the day they pick him up.
Okay. So where does Sal go?
Sal was here in Miami. Sal was living with his mom.
Okay, so did they lose a bunch of money when they had to? Why was he living with his mother?
I have no idea.
But you guys aren't friends anymore.
No, we're not talking to each other. We're right.
And what has become of the firm in 96, 97?
I don't know. I don't know if they had people working, if they had moved all that coke. Or, I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Even to this day, you're not sure.
No.
There's some other younger Cubans that they gave the business to?
Right.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Okay. How long after they get found not guilty on the drug case does Willie have to go away and do his time for the other case?
Willie stays in. It takes like another 2 or 3 years before they go to trial on money laundering and all that. Willie pleads out, and Sal goes to trial, which they gave him 125 years.
Okay, so they recharged him. How long did they, after they beat the first case, did the U.S. attorney discover that the jury had been flipped, and then they recharged him?
It took like less than a year.
Okay, so then he was rearrested.
Yeah.
Was Willie also part of that rearrest?
No, Willie didn't have, from my understanding, Willie had nothing to do with buying of the juror or nothing.
Okay.
They put all that on Sal.
So then they go back to trial.
And Willie pleads out.
Yeah.
To the money laundering.
Right.
To 20 years. Sal goes to trial.
Did they offer Sal anything the second time?
I don't know. Maybe they did, and if Willie pled to 20, I'm sure Sal could have pleaded to 22.
Right. And yet he chose to go to trial.
But this is the thing: in Sal's case, he was being charged with the murders, him and his brother-in-law. Okay.
How this time they were charged with the murders and not the first case?
After the first case is when one of the hitmen calls and says, "Listen, I had my involvement with Willie and Sal. They were putting hits, whatever." See, so when he goes to trial with his brother-in-law, and he's being charged with money laundering and with the murders. Sal beat the murder case. He was not charged with the murders. He was only charged with the money laundering, which could, if the judge wanted to be, could have given him 25 years. The judge gave him 125 years. I'm sure the judge goes, "Oh, you didn't get found guilty of the murders, but I know you had something to do with it here, 125 years.
Wow.
Okay.
And I guess that's legal they can give you 125 years for money laundering?
Bro, the federal government, state is different. Yeah. Feds, they do whatever they want.
Well, that's got to be on the books, because if it's an illegal sentence, you can beat it on appeal.
He fought, and all they did was take 10 years off the sentence.
Wow. So he's cooked.
Yeah, he's cooked.
And Sal is in there to this day.
Yeah, Sal is still there, and
And Willie is free.
Willie is free.
And did he get deported?
Yeah, they didn't want him here.
No, but how? So he wasn't a citizen?
He wasn't a citizen.
Okay. So those guys came over and just never got their citizenship.
Never got their citizenship. I thank God to my dad that as soon as I turned 18, he's like, "You're becoming a U.S. citizen."
Passport.
Made me do my test, made me do everything, and I became a U.S. citizen. If not, I would have been deported.
And do we know where Willie is to this day?
No.
I've heard he's in Colombia.
Yeah, I've heard Colombia, Venezuela, but I don't know. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know.
Oh, and did he have any communication with your brother-in-law?
Yeah. He has communication with my brother-in-law and everything.
But he doesn't let anybody know?
No. And he just did a book. The Last Kilo. It's called The Last Kilo.
Did you have, when Sal had to go back to trial, did you have to go back and testify?
No.
Wow. That's a saga, huh?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Sal really f***ed himself.
Yeah.
Really f***ed himself.
Yeah.
But to this day, man, they're still moving coke.
Yeah.
Not them, but obviously.
Yeah. Like I was telling you, when I got picked up now in 2017, that I get to the building, my friend goes, "Oh, this is over. The cocaine business is over." I go, "Bro, this is never gonna stop." And a week later, he's like, "Hey, one of my friends got caught with 500 keys. I told you this ain't never gonna stop."
And these are Cuban guys?
Yeah,
Still hustling.
Cubans.
Still hustling.
Yeah, yeah.
So new Cubans that come over, relatively new Cubans, are still in the game.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I guess we should talk about that, and that's how we'll end it. So what did you do from 96 when you got out
I was
until
working.
2017?
Working.
What did you do with your life like?
I was working, you know. Of course, in Miami, there's always connections. I had connections. I could have been moving flake, you know. I had. It was easy for me to get flake, you know.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to. I wanted out of that, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't want nothing to do with that. Yeah. And 2017.
What were you doing for work?
I was working. I worked for like 10 years for my ex-wife. Her husband that he passed away. He had a advertisement company and a magazine, and I worked for him. I worked for the magazine. I was making, he was paying me like $5,000, $4,000 a month.
Wow.
And
what does a guy like you know about advertising?
Nothing. The guy just loved me.
Yeah.
He met me.
Yeah.
And people were saying like, "Bro, how can these two guys get along? That's Alexia's Peggy's ex-wife." The guy met me. He's like, "Bro, you're such a nice guy, bro. You just loved, you know?"
Yeah.
And he gave me a job because when my ex-wife got together with him, she's like, "I got 3 kids, Frankie, little Peter, and my ex-husband." So, my ex-husband, you better give him a job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. So, it's funny, you were talking like, but you still, somebody as deep as you were in the game, you could always make a phone call if you needed to move flake.
Yeah.
And your old customers have now, all these years later, basically become what could be your connects. Right? Guys you used to give product to are now the guys
that I could get product from.
Having the product.
Yeah.
So, yeah, take us through what happened in 2017.
What happened in 2017? When I was working for Herman, we used to go to parties a lot. So I used to go get ounces from this friend of mine that I know.
So you were sniffing?
Well, yeah, of course we were partying.
Okay.
And this is Miami, bro. This is.
There's a lot of people in Miami that don't do coke. I haven't met any, but.
Oh, they're telling you that they don't do. Okay, so 2017, I'm getting ounces from this friend of mine that I've known for a long time. So he goes to me, "Bro, where I'm getting the keys from, the guy doesn't have any more. Can you see if you can get me a couple of keys so I can keep moving, you know what?" I'm like, "Bro, I don't know." All this, he's already recording me with a wire, phone calls, everything.
What had happened to him? He just got jammed up and they said...
I guess he got jammed up, yeah.
He said, "Hey, I got somebody I can give you."
I could give you people. So that's when I go to my boy's house and he's like, "Hey, I got 4 keys that are kind of wet. How do I dry them up?" So he's like, so we dry up the keys. Like a week, 2 or 3 days later, I go by his house. He's like, "Bro, I moved all the keys. They came out good as. You told me, we put them in the oven. They dried up." I go, "Bro, as a matter of fact, I have this friend of mine that might need like 2. He goes, "Whenever you need them." Bro, a week later, I call my boy. "Hey, I got." He goes, "Come like at 4 in the afternoon. Come by the house like at 4. I get the 2 keys, drive to his house. I get there. I show him. He goes, "Bro, that's good as. You know what? I'm gonna need 5. Let me go get the money. Don't leave the keys here. Take them with you." That's what's the setup.
Right.
Leaving his house with the 2 keys.
Right.
So I leave his house, bro. I'm getting to US 1. That's US 1 and 344. I'm getting to US 1, and the red light gets me. I look, I see a pickup, another pickup. Behind me, 2. I go 4 pickups. Those are cops. This set me up. I had a $1 bill with Coke. I opened it up. I went. And I go, "Let's do it." Whoa, the light goes green. Whoa. So I'm driving on US 1. You could either go US 1 or take a sharp right and get on the Turnpike. right? So I'm like, ooh, like if I'm keep going to US 1, as right at the end, I go, ooh, I make a sharp right. I get on the Turnpike. So I go, okay, I'm on the Turnpike. When I get on the ramp, that I'm almost finishing the ramp, 4 more pickups lined up. I go, as soon as I pass them, woo, the lights,
So you pulled over or you?
pulled over.
Okay.
What the am I gonna do? And it's funny because the cop that came up to the window goes, I know you. We went to school together. We went to Miami High. You don't remember me, but I know you. I know everything. Let's go. So they brought the dogs and they found the 2 keys.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, bro, I'm like, 2 keys. And he's like, bro, for 2 keys, the max you're gonna get is 5 years. And if you cooperate, you won't do any time. I go, no, I'm not doing that. So this was the state the state police from Homestead. Okay.
So this wasn't even a DEA
No,
operation?
this wasn't even DEA operation.
Yeah. That's how much coke there is in Miami.
Yeah.
So, you were in Oregon,
yeah.
where I'm from, like 5 keys. You probably got
Right.
feds involved. But.
So they and it's funny because that same morning, bro, I wake up that morning, and my dream was that I was handcuffed in like a thing of grass. Yeah. And that's how I ended up, bro. Like somebody was telling me, bro.
That's that island Cuban intuition.
Yeah.
You know, that's your abuelita speaking.
When I'm handcuffed there in the Turnpike, I'm like, this is the same dream I had this morning, bro. So the guy goes, look, this is not our case. We did the bust, but the feds, they know who you are. They know you worked for Willie and Sal, and they want the case.
Oh,
so
they already knew that.
They already knew it. The feds were just waiting for me to get busted. They picked me up and they took me to the building.
Okay.
Yeah.
So but they didn't get you on the 5 kilo conspiracy.
No.
They only.
Yeah, it was a 5 kilo conspiracy, but they charged me only with 2 because they got me with the 2 keys.
Right.
You know, but
and you're lucky because I think over 5 you can be maxed out to life.
Yeah.
In the guidelines.
Yes.
I'm not saying that you would have, but 2 is a big difference from 5.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and then I think you just put your hand up and said, yeah.
I go to my attorney, hey, bro, what's the deal here? He goes, minimum mandatory 60 months. I mean, you signed minimum mandatory for 60 months, the judge could give you 40 years, okay? Even if you sign minimum mandatory 60 months, the judge could say, the minimum mandatory, I'm giving this 40 years. So he goes, either you sign minimum mandatory 60 months or you cooperate. Well, I'm not doing that. Give me the paper, and I signed for the 60 months. So 3 months later, I go in front of the judge. There's no, even if you sign the 60 months minimum mandatory, doesn't mean you're gonna get it. So I'm standing there, I'm like, bro, I might get 40 years. And, so I'm sitting there, the judge like, blah, 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 talking, and she's like, 60 months, minimum mandatory 60 months. I go, I'm good.
Yeah.
60 months, I'm good. When I went back to the cell, there was guys crying that they thought they were gonna get 3 years, and the judge gave them 9 and 12.
Yeah.
They were there crying. I'm like, 60 months, I'm good.
Yeah, where'd you go?
I went to Miami Low, right here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Stayed
Miami
at home.
Low. That's like a camp.
Yeah, yeah.
Basketball, weights, everything. As soon as I got there, as soon as I got to the unit, this Cuban comes. You're Cuban? I go, yeah. He goes, come. Gave me a bag full of food. He goes, we know who you are. We were waiting for you. Gave me a bag full of food, and he goes, you don't have to pay me. And I did my time there. I did my 4 years there.
Yeah. Your reputation preceded you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did my 4 years, and that was it.
The moral of the story, I think, is that Miami's a great place to sell coke.
Yeah.
You can import thousands of tons like Willie and Sal, and they'll offer you 17 years.
Yes.
They'll let you off with a little cat nap.
Yeah.
It's a skid bid. That's what we call.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you're still on parole. That's why we had to come here to Florida.
Now I'm on probation on that 2017 case. I'll be done now in February, though.
Okay,
they
good.
gave me 4 years probation, so.
Good.
So, and I'm not doing. I'm not. So I'll do my 4 years. Like I was telling my probation, bro, I'll do my 4 years. Fuck I'm not gonna try to go to early termination.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
I'll be done in February.
What an epic. Thank you. Thank you, Peggy.
Yeah.
We appreciate you sitting down with us, being, the last living voice of the Cocaine Cowboys. Plug your brand, man. What are you drinking? What are you?
Monaco watermelon. It's
What is it? Is
really
it
good.
alcohol?
It's alcohol. It's alcohol. It's really good.
Okay. Are you allowed to be doing that?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
As long as it ain't cocaine, I'm good.
Okay, great. Where can they get it? Where can they find it?
Bro, they have it everywhere. They have it in all the stores, 7-Elevens, liquor stores.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, it's a good brand.
So is this national or just in Florida?
Bro, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
Great.
Yeah.
So go find it if you like to drink. If you're Cuban, if you everybody go to you look up Monaco.
Look up Monaco, man, and this one of these will really f you up.
I bet it will, man.
Yeah.
I bet it will. Anything else you want us to check out for right now? Anything else you want the fans to go check out?
No, not. I'm like everything's
everything, man.
Yeah.
It's all working out for you.
Yeah.
Man, we're going to switch over and do a little bonus episode. We're going to take a little break and jump over to the Patreon. But I'm honored, man.
Dale.
That was really great. I appreciate you.
All right, bro.
Peggy Rosello, Cocaine Cowboys, man. Appreciate you guys.